What employers are allowed to ask for in terms of dress and appearance in the workplace really depends on the working context and the occupational requirements of the job. Occupational requirements, health and safety, corporate image are all going to be relevant factors. For example, if you're working on a construction site, you might be required to wear long trousers, and that would be a perfectly reasonable kind of dress code for that job. If you're in a corporate environment in an office, then smart formal clothes, tidy hair, tattoos hidden away, piercings removed, those would all be considered reasonable requirements. Your employer can't discriminate against you on the basis of any protected characteristic like gender or your race or religious beliefs. Your employer can differentiate between men and women in relation to the dress code, but they need to be really careful. For example, a dress code might require you to dress smart and have a corporate image, but that shouldn't necessarily translate for women to wear short, tight skirts and high heels. It's difficult for me to think of any real occupational requirement for wearing makeup, for example, unless you're an actor or a model. Certainly, any employer shouldn't be making any kind of derogatory or disparatory comments about your appearance or your dress. If you're being asked to dress in a way that you're not comfortable with, there are a range of options for you. First of all, I would suggest that you have a look at the dress code policy so you know what your employer's expectation of you is on paper. Secondly, if appropriate for you, have a chat with your line manager. If that person is potentially in the frame for the comments, then perhaps think about approaching HR for some support around what you can do. Ultimately, there are other forms of guidance. For example, ACAS have a guidance in relation to dress codes. Ultimately, you can make a complaint through your employer's grievance policy and, if need be, talk to a lawyer.